But if the cars are levitating, it's like an airplane, right? So air is going to be better. Why? Because you can have the whole fuselage, right? Air can come to any direction. And okay, Matu, show us your vision.
To be honest, I wasn't planning to do this homework because I didn't have time to think well the concept. But I keep practicing with speed forms, like you can see in that example above the cars. And I thought that maybe the cars in 2035, it won't be such a really futuristic design. It won't be a change, a really big deal change in the design. I thought it was be more the engineering change. Like, for example, I thought in a concept with the spherical wheels. I don't know if you know it about.
Yeah.
I thought Pirelli was trying something like that.
Yeah.
I can't put that. I have the image. I will share it.
Yeah.
So I thought in that, and I thought in electromagnetic. So that thing that you show. I don't know how to say it in English.
Electromagnetic semiconductor or maglev, magnetic levitation. Goodyear does wheels like that. Concept. They have concepts, right?
Yeah. So I think, I think it will be better if I cover that wheel with a rectangular shape. I've seen too that there is a lot of concept with a really sharp design. So that's why it's not smooth, but it's sharp with a lot of details, like the cabin. That cabin, it will be all glass. It will be all to the passenger see and watch the environment.
Yeah. Okay.
I will be. How can I say? My inspiration was becoming of a jet, of a fighter jet.
Yeah, jet fighter. Yeah.
And the Lamborghini that it's inspired in a jet. I don't know if you understand me. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one is that, but
I think it's one in the war.
Yeah. All right. This is the image.
Akata.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. Yeah. This is the image that you sent, and this is roughly the idea that you have, right? I mean, having some spherical wheels, but maybe a more simplified shape, right?
Exactly.
I think that's what you're trying to do, which I think is a good idea, because if you think about it, this is just a normal car, who has spherical wheels. But I think the way you're doing it, Matsu, I think it's gonna look even better, because you are thinking about having the spherical wheels, but having a more futuristic shape that is more simple, right? It's not gonna be as complicated, and they don't have to have these NACA dogs and aerodynamics features, not necessarily. So you can have something more pure and it looks new.
I think aerodynamics will be different if the cars are levitating, because I don't know how to say it, but the aerodynamic charge, it will be different if it's in the air and it's in the ground. I don't know too much about physics, but it's an hypothesis.
No, so, I think you're right. You're right.
That was my idea, and obviously, I think that car will be driverless. So the passenger will be only watching the environment and having fun in the car. I don't know how to say it. And that shape in the front of the car, that like V, vertical. If you don't understand it, it's the light, the lighting, the headlight.
Over here.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
And the rectangular that is in the left of that thing. I don't know how to explain.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the concept. It was really fast. It was like
I like it. I mean, it's
1
I
hour
mean,
and a half.
yeah, I mean, it's a good time. You have a good material, so I believe you can come up with something really good. And when it comes to the aerodynamic, I think there's an opportunity to do something really unique because there's usually on cars, since they are attached to the ground, there's always an aerodynamic issue, right? Because they have to be on the floor. But if the cars are levitating, it's like an airplane, right? So aero is going to be better. Why? Because you can have the whole fuselage, right? Air can come to any direction and it's going to have less drag on certain areas, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, let me just bring you something here. So let's say let's go simple here. Oops. All right. We have aerodynamics, right? Here, the perfect aerodynamic shape is the teardrop shape, right? So this is not the perfect aerodynamic shape.
No.
This shape is because we have to do it because of the package, the windshield, we have an engine, we have to reduce weight, we need to have a certain segment of car to fulfill the needs of the user, we have many seats, right? So, and we are attached to the ground, right? That is fixed now, right? But as you said, in the future, maybe cars are going to be levitating, so we're going to run air through the bottom of the car, right? So, and everything is going to be a little bit more, the shape is going to be more gentle with the air, I would say, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what you're trying to do. We're creating shapes that are nice to the air, right?
Yeah.
So here's another example, right? For example, this looks like a nice aerodynamic shape, right? Because it's almost like it's closer to the ideal aerodynamic shape. However, we have wheels, right? And the wheels are going to produce a lot of drag, right? And that's why we got fenders, right? And technically, the best aerodynamic shape for a car, it should be a car who has the wheel covered, right? Technically, that's what works, but people don't like it. That's the issue, right?
Yeah.
So, but basically, this one is very good aerodynamics because it's closer, right?
It's like the
close.
McLaren Speedtail. You see that the wheel is covered.
Yeah,
and they maximize the interior shape.
Exactly. Now Matu. I know now makes sense why are you doing this? So, but yeah, I mean you're right in many aspects. Like if the car is going to be floating, things are going to change, right? The air is not going to change, the physics is not going to change, but the way we interact with physics is going to change, right?
Yeah.
So, let me just find the perfect aerodynamic shape. Okay. So technically, that's it. If we go to the rabbit hole, aerodynamics, this is the one.
Okay.
You see, it's a little bit pixelated. Let me see if I can find something else. But that's basically the one, right? The streamlined teardrop shape, right? This is the shape of a teardrop, right? It's still not perfect. The streamline, it means that is like stretch, right? Streamline teardrop shape. And this is just nature, right? Physics works or interact with this surface naturally. Like this is the best. This is the optimal for aerodynamics, right? That's why when you have boxy cars like Jeeps that are not that good on the street. They roll over. Like, they're not the best for aerodynamics. That's why when you create cars that are fast, they're low. They have the center of gravity low, and they're like streamlined, right? That's why when we do cars, they look almost like sculptures, but it's not aesthetics. It's nature. It's reality. We need to have a streamlined shapes in order to optimize the aerodynamic coefficient and the drag, right? The resistance is less, right? And you have examples like this one, right? Resistance is 100%. Why? Because it's literally a flat piece of metal or plastic. And it's just gonna like, the air is just gonna like aggressively hit on that wall. You have a sphere, it's a little bit better because you have round shapes. You have the teardrop shape, is way better than the other two, but the streamline shape, that's the best. It's just like 5% resistance. So the ideal aerodynamic vehicle should look like that, but that's it. But to make it work, you need to put, for example, on an airplane, you need to put wings, you need to put landing gears, you need to put windows, you need to put many things, right? That's why airplanes, they kind of does look like that, but not yet, like not still. And if you look at the airplane wings, right, this profile of teardrop aerodynamic shape is the profile that airplanes does to do the wings, right?
Yeah.
So
it's I think the name of that is a attack angle or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, not entirely sure, but probably. Yeah, but this is literally that airplane wing, right? And it has literally that profile, the aerodynamic shape, right? And there's many people throughout the history trying to do aerodynamic shapes, right? There's another one, right? This is the best of the best technically aerodynamic shape car, right? And it's because it has that streamlined shape, right? But since we're stuck with the ground, it makes it too complicated here, right? Because we have to deal with the air down the car, right? So, but I think, Matu, if you're gonna have a car that floats, I think you have the good opportunity to make just something that is more streamlined, right?
Yeah, I got an idea.
So you can just think about it, and you can just come up with another with a concept that is on the idea that you were working on, or you can start a completely new one. But just think about that. If your topic is going to be aerodynamics and levitation and or spherical wheels, this is the topics that you need to grab, right? Spherical wheels and the most optimal aerodynamic shape. Okay?
Perfect.
Yeah. And you combine it with your super simple language, right? Why? Because this is beyond aesthetics. This is what it needs to be done, right?